Welcome back to AM Northwest. A New York City improv group faces success, failure, fear, and envy when a few members of the troupe get a shot at the brass ring of comedy in the new movie, Don't Think Twice.
Welcome to Commune!
Improv is an art form unto itself. The most important thing is don't think. You don't think, you don't memorize.
You don't get paid.
So true, but isn't that kind of fun, too?
I called you, Finn. He's bringing producers from Weekend Live.
Hey, Jack, don't pull some showboat.
What are you talking about?
You know you always do that. Anyone from the industry shows up, you turn into a one-man audition tape.
This is a new program we're working on right now called Cabs for Dads, but my critics like to call it Obama Cabs.
Okay, we will be there. Hey, we're auditioning on Thursday for Weekend Live.
Congrats, man.
Thanks, man.
Your 20s are all about hope, and then your 30s are all about realizing how dumb it was to hope.
This is my room.
Where you going?
You're like 40.
I just turned 36. We all said we would wear the same outfit. Everybody agreed. Being a professional.
You gotta go.
Please welcome to AM Northwest the writer, director, and one of the stars of Don't Think Twice, comedian Mike Birbiglia. Good to have you with us.
How are you guys?
When you see...
Hello. I'm looking at all the cameras.
When you see the clip, what do you think?
It makes me laugh because I noticed yesterday that Suicide Squad is rated PG-13 and we're rated R.
How is that possible?
And I'm like, I guess it's because my naked upper torso is too much for America to take. No, but it's weird. It's because there's casual smoking of marijuana.
Oh, no!
I know!
No.
It's ruining America, and mostly legal. But,
it's legal here.
Yeah. It's so funny. But it makes me laugh, and the movie gets me choked up because it's. You saw it. It makes you laugh and cry.
Oh, I absolutely love this movie.
Thanks.
It feels like you're right there, and you do. You laugh and you cry, and you get excited and hopeful, and there's sad moments and happy moments, and you're really good in it. Everyone is really good in it.
Keegan-Michael Key is so good.
He's so
when
good.
I was watching the clip, it was like, oh, when he does his Obama and everything.
Oh, he's great.
And Gillian Jacobs, who you might know from Love or Girls, is so good. And
well, it seems like everyone, like you're almost in the middle of a documentary because it feels like this is a real improv group.
It was meant to be directed like similar to like a movie like Once or The Trip with Steve Coogan or even like The Big Chill. Like it's meant to feel more like life than it feels like a movie.
Right, it feels like that.
That's the goal.
Yeah, well, you achieved the goal.
Thanks.
And Rotten Tomatoes thinks so. All the reviews. So 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. When does that ever happen?
But the most important review, of course, is from the Willamette paper.
Yeah,
and the Portland. The Willamette Weekly, which I pronounced correctly.
Good job.
And then the Portland Mercury. So and you.
Oh, and the Mercury gave you a good review.
So you like it. I came and did an appearance with Sleepwalk with Me when it came out at Cinema 21. That's one of my favorite movie theaters in America.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's like they love movies there.
Yeah.
We're
a movie town.
It's a movie town.
Yeah.
The gentleman who runs it has this incredible, you never see this, but like this incredible office with all these classic movie posters in it, and I love that place. It's a big theater, 500-seat theater.
Well, you mentioned Sleepwalk. Sleepwalk is autobiographical.
Yes.
And Don't Think isn't.
Right, it's fictional, but with autobiographical themes.
Yes.
For example...
And how were you inspired? How were you inspired to write this movie?
I was going to say, for example, I'm very jealous of people. Not these people, but other people. I did in college. I was cast when I was a freshman in college, and then I feel like the principles of it, even though I veered in my life towards stand-up and making movies, the principles of like say yes, and it's all about the group, and don't think.
Those
really,
are the principles of improv.
Principles of improv, I think, are good life principles too, and I feel like they apply to me directing and writing and collaborating in general with people.
And didn't your wife kind of inspire this as well by saying, like for instance, in there are many Portland actors that could be national level actors.
Yes, if they just had my wife.
Yes.
They were just married to my wife.
Yes. Or just because it's like, how does one person get to be a De Niro and another person who's as good as De Niro isn't?
Well, life isn't fair.
Right.
That was one of the principles when I was writing the movie. Life isn't fair, but it is funny.
Yeah.
But it's true. My wife actually came to an improv show that I was doing in New York at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater, and she made this observation. She goes, everybody on stage is equally talented and funny, but yet that person's a cast member on Saturday Night Live. That person's a movie star. That person lives on an air mattress in Bushwick, you know? And I thought, that's a movie. Like, I just thought it's a great point, but it's also a good movie because I feel like you rarely see a movie about sort of how life isn't fair.
Right, absolutely.
and how not all your dreams come true, or I found in your 30s, in my 20s, you know, I was like, me and my friends were like, we're all gonna get the same dream. And in your 30s, you realize, well, no, it's not about all getting the same thing. It's about real understanding yourself in a way that's specific in what you want and what's right for you and how you can contribute to the world.
Your life is going really well right now. You have this incredible movie that everyone loves, no negative reviews. You have a beautiful wife and a beautiful daughter.
15-month-old daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think you were going to surprise me with that.
That's so
now
sweet.
I'm gonna cry. that was when she was very young. Now she says "Dad, Dad." It's a huge moment.
Really?
She says "Dada." She says it with intent, as though I. Oh yes, yes! You really found some great photos. That's her first pizza.
In the movie, you refer to SNL, but it's called something else.
Weekend Live.
Yes. And so, did you get any reaction from SNL?
I don't. Yeah, I mean, a bunch of cast members came to the premiere, and you know, I got notes on the script from people who are, you know, have written for the show in the past.
Oh, really?
And yeah, I'm friends with a lot of the folks over there, and I, you know, the person I was maybe worried about would be like Lorne Michaels, but I don't.
I would think.
I've never met him. So, like, people always ask me, like, have you auditioned for SNL? Because one of the characters gets on a weekend Saturday Night Live type show. And I'm like, no, my career.
It's a lot like a Saturday Night Live.
A lot like a Saturday Night Live show.
Yeah.
My career has been on such a low level for so long. I've never been considered to be considered. Like, I've never been asked to audition. Like, I'm so far off the radar, but I admire that show so much. I love that cast. I don't think there's anyone funnier than Kate McKinnon and Vanessa Bayer and Aidy Bryant.
Yeah.
I mean, that cast is phenomenal. And so I feel like it's a loving portrait of improv and of Saturday Night Live.
The Sleepwalk show is very.
And now I'm going to get sued. By the way,
it's very much autobiographical, and you kind of, your philosophy seems to be honest, because you talk about your real life sleepwalking condition.
Yeah, which is real. And do you guys know about this?
No, tell us.
I walk in my sleep. I have what's called REM behavior disorder, where I have a dopamine deficiency. That's the chemical that's released from your brain into your body when you fall asleep, so that paralyzes your body, so you don't do what's in your brain.
Right.
And so I have this thing called REM behavior disorder, where I act out my dreams. And in my first movie, spoiler alert, turn it off the TV if you haven't seen Sleepwalk with me, I jumped through a second-story window in my sleep.
You really did?
At a hotel. I did. This is entirely true.
Yeah.
At a hotel at La Quinta Inn in Walla Walla, Washington, which, as you guys know, is a place that is real. And that happened many years ago, and that's what Sleepwalk with Me was based on. But yeah, and that, of course, that first movie was autobiographical. This one is very personal. Like I said, it's like, you know, it deals with a lot of stuff I've dealt with in my life, but not in a literal sense.
Well, do you get emotional when you watch this movie?
I do. I cry every time.
Yeah.
And you will too. Portland. I can't watch it anymore. Because I cry. I could watch it every day because I'm at Q&As afterwards, but I can't. I don't want to cry every day. I'm fine crying like once a week, but when it's every day, after a while, your friends are like, Mike, what's going on with you? You know, and especially like when it's your own movie.
Yeah.
Like, Mike, you're crying at your own movie every day. There's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
And so no, so I don't watch it, but I watched the end, and yeah, I feel really lucky that this group of people, Michael Keegan, Gillian Jacobs, and Chris Gethard, and Tammy Sager, like all of us, and Kate Micucci, all got together and made this because it was, there was no jerks in the bunch. Like, it's a bunch of really good people.
Did you have the group hang out and get to know each other?
We did, yeah. We went bowling. That was a big thing.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, well, you know, Frank Oz is, was a friend of the project. He's one of my favorite directors of all time, also the voice of Yoda. So when he gives advice, it feels important. But he said you should take your, he read the script and he goes, it's great, you should take your cast bowling. He goes, I always take my cast bowling because if it doesn't feel like these people are friends, the movie's not going to work.
Right.
And so we went bowling, we went out to eat, we did improv shows, we kind of became the best friends that we are playing in the movie, and then it kind of became real. We became real friends.
Orange is the New Black. You also are on Orange is the New Black, which I just really like that show a lot.
I play Danny Pearson.
Yes. It's so good.
Yeah.
Do you like that role?
It's wild.
Yeah.
Because, well, again, spoiler alert, people are at different levels of being caught up, but like my character is sort of evil in some ways and not evil in some ways. I won't say more about that, but I will say, like, I'm very proud to be on the show. And Genji, who created the show, came out to see Don't Think Twice when it was opened in LA last weekend, which I thought was really sweet.
Yeah. And you did Trainwreck.
And I was in Trainwreck with Amy Schumer, and
that had a bit of blast.
That's fun.
That had
my wife Brie Larson, who went on to win an Oscar. So there's got to be a correlation there between. I think there's got to be a correlation. If you work with me, the next year you win an Oscar for another project. I think that's a trend in Hollywood, and. No, Amy Schumer I think is brilliant, and Judd Apatow is a joy to work with, and also has been really supportive of this movie. He can't. 2 weeks ago, we did all these Q&As. Me and Ira Glass did all these Q&As at the Landmark Sunshine. We did 28 Q&As in one weekend.
Oh, my gosh.
I know, we were falling over. And Judd came just voluntarily out of nowhere and did 4 of them with us.
Wow.
Yeah, and he explained that the movie really is his life because he was living with Adam Sandler in his 20s. And then Adam Sandler gets called to audition for Saturday Night Live.
Wow.
And Judd said he felt bad for him. And he's like, he's never gonna get it. Because he doesn't do voices or impersonations. Like, he doesn't, you know, it's this sad thing. He's never gonna get this. And then he comes back. And then he comes back and he says, hi, I got the show, you know. And Judd said he never performed again after that because he was like, he's the performer. And I'm a producer and a writer and a director, that's what I'm gonna do. And, you know, that's sort of a sad story about Judd. Because obviously he was never heard from again, and so yeah. But we're I feel very lucky.
Mike Birbiglia, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much.